Welcome back to Wrestling World. Today we'll be taking a look at this backstage fight between Daniel Bryan and Triple H, the latest on Evolution 2 and Peyton Royce. So let's start things off with this apparent backstage fight between Daniel Bryan and Triple H. This story comes from a former WWE referee that told the story while speaking with WrestleZone. Daniel Bryan seemed to have suffered a possible injury, and WWE decided to cancel the match because of this possible injury. But Daniel Bryan wasn't pleased with that decision at all. He was not happy with the match being canceled and instantly became very heated at everyone involved with that decision. That led to Daniel Bryan confronting Triple H about the situation on the gorilla position. The former WWE referee had this to say when explaining the story. The confrontation I remember, he got in it with Triple H at the gorilla position. Daniel Bryan got hurt, and they made me call the match. I kept asking Daniel, I said, "Daniel, you okay, brother? You okay?" "I'm good, I can finish, I said. "You sure?" I said, "He's alright." But they canceled the match when it came from up in Gorilla, and I remember he stormed out so hot. So that seems to be what happened there. WWE figured that Daniel Bryan was unable to compete because they noticed that he was hurt. But Bryan, being the great competitor that he is, didn't want the match to end like that and wanted to properly finish the match. That's what led to him confronting Triple H and everyone else at the curtain before storming off very frustrated. So who is in the right here? You can make a case for both. Daniel Bryan was trying to finish the match and tell the story for the fans, while WWE was just protecting him from further injury. But when it comes to things like this, it's better to be safe than sorry. So WWE was doing the right thing there by calling off the match to protect Daniel Bryan's health and well-being. Of course, WWE superstars are always going to have that feeling that they have to finish the match no matter what for the fans. But there's a lot of scary situations where you have to save the WWE superstars from themselves. And this seems to be like one of those times. Let's talk about something that's been on the fans' minds for over 2 years now, and that's Evolution 2. The transformation of the women's division was topped off in 2018 with a very historical WWE event, and that was the first ever women's-only pay-per-view event, WWE Evolution. It was a WWE Network special that only featured women on the card. WWE women from the past, present, and the future all took part and competed in this historical event. It was extremely successful and was a great show, but the only issue was that there was no sequel. There was no follow-up event, no Evolution 2 at all. Fans thought Evolution was the start of a yearly women's-only event tradition, but it turned out that it was literally just a one-time event, which a lot of fans were quite upset about. 2019 came and went with no Evolution 2 at all. 2020 was obviously a complicated year, but there was still no Evolution 2. Now we're going on nearly 3 years since the original Evolution event, and there's been no word on a future event. Stephanie McMahon has claimed in several interviews that it could happen, but there's no solid news about it. Well, WWE was celebrating International Women's Day this week by making several posts on their social media platforms, and the comment section was filled with fans talking about Evolution 2 and how WWE should have Evolution 2 if they really cared about the women's division. WWE hasn't completely forgotten about the women's division. They did forget about the Raw women's title ever since summer of 2020, but that's a whole other story. But overall, WWE hasn't forgotten about the women's division. There was no Evolution in 2019, but the women did main event WrestleMania that year. There was no Evolution in 2020, but there was a lot of great things going on in the women's division, such as Sasha Banks vs. Bayley. But wouldn't it be nice to have Evolution 2? It definitely would be quite nice. The women's division has added even more great talent to the roster over the last 3 years. So it's possible that Evolution 2 could be better than the original event. So how come we haven't seen a follow-up event? Ronda Rousey seems to be one of the big reasons why. Ronda Rousey headlining the first WWE Evolution, she headlined WrestleMania, but then she left in spring 2019, and reports at the time claimed that Evolution 2 didn't happen because of Ronda Rousey's absence. So, If Ronda Rousey ever returns to WWE, maybe that'll play a key role in getting Evolution 2. Not to mention that WWE is also missing Becky Lynch at the moment as well. So as long as Ronda Rousey and Becky Lynch are out of action, getting Evolution 2 may be pretty difficult. That could even be your main event right there. After so much build-up and story for the match, we never got to see Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey one-on-one. We were supposed to get that match at Survivor Series 2018, but Becky's broken nose prevented it from happening. We were supposed to get that match again at WrestleMania, but Charlotte Flair being included turned into a triple threat match. So technically, we've never seen Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey one-on-one, and we already have the backstory planted between the two of them. That may very well be a very easy main event for Evolution 2. It will be controversial because Ronda Rousey hasn't been around in 2 years. Becky has been gone for almost 1 year, and some fans don't like to see inactive talent just come off their couches and get thrown into the main event scene, just skipping the line of everyone that's been there week in and week out. So that might be a little issue there with Ronda Rousey and Becky Lynch. That matchup is still very huge and very deserving of a main event spot. But do you want to see Evolution 2? Speaking of the women's division, that brings us to Peyton Royce's promo from Raw Talk that has gone viral. Peyton Royce has been a heavily slept on talent, and she's finally starting to get noticed. Remember when asked to describe Peyton Royce? Bayley claimed that Peyton is like Sasha Banks' twin inside the ring, but no one has noticed it yet. The Raw women's division is a mess when it comes to the booking. WWE did seem to be planting the early seeds for Charlotte vs. Asuka at WrestleMania 37, and that received mixed reactions. That led to possibly the promo of Peyton Royce's life on Raw Talk, where she discussed moving across the world and following this dream, and questioned why it always had to be the same people constantly in the title picture. She told WWE to stop wasting her time. It was a fantastic promo by Peyton that had a lot of hard-hitting lines. The lines of, "My potential haunts me," was one of those great lines that she threw in. The promo went viral. Everyone was talking about Peyton and how she should be given a chance. The fans loved the promo because of the passion and truth Peyton was putting into it, and also because of the fact that it's the same thing the fans have been saying. They're tired of the same old people in the title picture and want to see new faces involved for the title. So everyone really agreed with Peyton on that. We'll see what WWE does and if this viral promo will be enough for them to change directions and truly look at Peyton Royce in a whole different way. Maybe Peyton Royce will get a title match at Fastlane, but Charlotte Flair still gets her title match at WrestleMania. We'll have to see how that plays out. But what are your thoughts on today's wrestling news? Leave your comments. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.